So I found this very interesting Reddit thread that pretty much is all about the worst movies of the last 10 years or movies who are going to age pretty bad. So let's just jump into it. Now someone here says Oppenheimer and I disagree. I just think like people on Reddit really hate Nolan for no reason. This movie is so different from everything else that he's done before, and everyone is pretty much when he hears Nolan, he just like this person expects like twists and turns and all this crazy stuff. But what actually moves this movie is the dialogue, and the dialogue is written extremely well, and it just makes the movie like super interesting with very interesting characters. Yeah, but I still don't understand why there's all this hate and just so for some reason it's kind of popular to hate on Nolan because he got like extremely popular and now everyone is like, oh, Interstellar is actually not a good of a movie, but that's not true. Interstellar is a great movie and people love it for a reason. Some people say that Inception is bad or The Dark Knight is bad, and I'm like, why are you just shitting on those movies for no reason? The Avatar movies, yeah, I'm not a fan of the Avatar movies, man, to be honest. Like, I've only seen the first one, by the way. I didn't really care about the rest of them. It just didn't got me like in the story or anything. I just have very little interest in that one. The only thing that was amazing was that it came at that era of 3D movies when they actually started getting like popular, and then it pretty much kind of like it died very quick. But that was like the most impressive thing for me in this film. Everything else for me just it was kind of boring. Everything everywhere all at once. I kind of disagree with this one. I think that movie is actually very entertaining, has an interesting story, has a good dialogue. The way it's shot is actually really interesting. It looks like very experimental. It definitely cost quite a lot of money to make, but I really like it for some reason. I think it's gonna age pretty good. Someone here says The Green Book, and I kind of agree with this one. It's already kind of forgotten, but it's still a good film. Like, you can't say it's bad. It's not gonna age like poorly, and it's not one of the worst films of uh, the last decade. But someone here mentioned something very interesting that I know you're right, but I'll be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the chemistry between Ali and Mortensen. And they do have a great chemistry. Like, this is pretty much what makes the movie so interesting is their dynamic. Everything else in the story is also good, but just both actors are so good, and that chemistry actually really works. All the movies with Netflix lighting, kinda, yeah, they really don't look good. A complete unknown and musicals, biopics in general be seen as forgotten relic of this era. Yep, I think so too. There's just it's kind of a fashion right now to make this type of movies. I've never seen a complete unknown, but Bohemian Rhapsody for me just didn't do it. It's an okay film, but to deserve like all these nominations and awards, I don't think was fair to other nominees, to other movies. But yeah, just I'm not a fan of this, and also like I kind of like the Elvis film because it kind of has that intensity and really show like what his life was like, just pretty intense, like always something happening. So I kind of like this one, and I did like the performance of Austin Butler. I think he did a great job. Plus, he did some of the singing in this movie, which is also very impressive. But yeah, any other biopic, and there's like even way more and more coming up, and I don't think like people even care about these movies anymore. Someone here says, hopefully in a few decades, people will look back into the MCU and realize these movies look like shit. Um, Not all of them, most of them though, yes, they do. It's pretty much everything is just shot in the studio. It's nothing special. It's not so much about the characters. It's mostly about like all these effects and everything. It's just this whole trying to be this whole big epic, and that's pretty much how MCU movies are. I hope they're gonna change though. I made a bunch of videos about them, pretty much just shitting on them, which I mean, sure, yeah, they kind of suck, and I don't think like the new Avengers Doomsday is going to be good, but still hope for the best. Like, I don't know what to expect. I just want this to be like way more dramatic and pretty much closer to the comic books because they're like very dark. They don't have like jokes like pretty much on every page, just like the movies. It's like it's a joke, and then it's like something dramatic that happens, and it's pretty much ruined by a joke. So I really hope they change this whole formula of their films. The Star Wars sequel trilogy is mostly seen as terrible, but I wonder if over time it will get more appreciation like prequels did. Probably not. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Now, I do like their video games, they're very good. Even the new ones are very good too, but not so much fan of the story and the movies. Like from the new trilogy, I've only seen the first one and it was kind of boring to be honest. But the previous ones, for me, are just all right. Like I'm not a fan of them, because mostly they look like good visually. They got like good action sequences and everything, but what I don't like is the dialogue. Like the dialogue is really something that's not good. Like George Lucas is not really good with dialogue. But yeah, for me, those movies are just fine. Someone here says poor things, and I think it wasn't a bad movie. It actually looks really good. It has an interesting story. I don't know why people are like just fucking shitting on it so much. It's not a bad movie, and also like it's even though the world over there is so fucking crazy, I think like the performances are something that make this film look great. Like Emma Stone is fucking great in this one. Willem Dafoe is amazing. Mark Ruffalo does like a good job. I'm not a like fan of his part over there, but he still does like enough to be interesting. But Emma Stone really fucking knocks it out of the park with this one, and every movie that she made with that director, it's just very interesting and has a really different take, and it's just mostly about being very artistic, and she definitely proves like that she can act, but I don't think that movie is going to age bad. Megalopolis, and yeah, this movie is definitely going to be one of the worst movies that came in the last 10 years, man. Like it's not a good film. It's of course it's very experimental, but I don't know what happened with Coppola, man. Like he made one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Apocalypse Now. And even if you look like at The Godfathers, even like The Godfather 3 is a really good movie. Of course, not even close to the first two, but I don't know what happened with him. And he got like too experimental and just tried to use mostly imagination, and it's not. I don't know. It's just not working well for him. So this movie definitely is going to be one of the worst movies in the last 10 years. Someone says Rebel Moon, and I have never seen it, but I heard it has so much like slow motion in this one. I'm not a fan of Zack Snyder, but there is just something I think that Zack Snyder is really good at, and of course it's visual stuff. But once he just involves like all these inspirations, for example, here like Star Wars or like superheroes and stuff, I don't think it really works for him. But he made like this short film, Iron something. I can't remember the name. I'll just put a picture of it right there. It was actually really good, very interesting. It was a short story. There was like no dialogue, but visually like it tells a story and it looks great. And I think that the whole thing was also shot on iPhone, which is even more crazy. So I think that's something that Zack Snyder can actually be really good at. Um, but just yeah, once he evolves like superheroes and superpowers and all that stuff, it's just not good. Yeah, so these are just a few of the movies. Let me know your worst movie for in the last 10 years, and I'll see you in the next one.